dignitaries, especially the CEO, Chapel Hill Denham, and financial advisor, the lead issuing house, Mr. Bolaji Balogun, as well as the managing directors, Chapel Hill Denham, Mr. Lanre Buluro, and Mrs. Kemi Awodeyin. Managing directors of banks here, especially Deputy Managing Director, UBA, Mr. Muiwa Akinyemi, the representative of GT Bank, Mrs. Sherifat Daudu, Managing Director, Coronation Bank, Mr. Paul Abiagam, Managing Director, Sun Trust, Mrs. Ronke Alonge, representative of Stanbic IBTC Bank, Oludayo Shokoya, Deputy Managing Director, Wema Bank, Oluwole Ajimisimi, the Treasurer, First Bank Nigeria PLC, Ayokunle Ojo, the GCOO, FMDQ Group PLC, Ms. Tumi Shekoni, the Treasurer, Paralex Bank, Mrs. Ayo Abimbola, Executive Director, Fidelity Bank, Dr. Ken Okpara, as well as the representative of Union Bank, Mrs. Funmi Ajagbe. The joint issuing houses, receiving banks, joint solicitors, joint custodians, rating agencies, joint stockbrokers, and joint trustees, top functionaries and heads of MDAs of the Lagos State Government, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kunle Adeshino. I have the honor and singular privilege to welcome you to the combined signing ceremony of the 14.815 billion naira, 5-year 16.00% fixed rate, Series 3 Green Bond due 2030, and the 230 billion naira, 10-year 16.25% fixed rate Series 4 Bond due 2035, under the 1 trillion naira debt and hybrid instrument issuance program of the Lagos State Government. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, just about 48 hours ago, the Lagos State Government, through the Honorable Commissioner for Finance, announced on both local and international media that Lagos State has made history again, that the 200 billion conventional bond has recorded a 55% oversubscription at 310 billion. While the 14.8 billion green bond attracted 29.29 billion or 99.7% oversubscription. This is indeed an implicit demonstration of confidence from the investment community in the administration of Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. I'm sure he deserves another round of applause. Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, with your kind permission, let me now respectfully invite the man you have saddled with the responsibility of managing the finances of Lagos State, the Honorable Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Abayomi Oluyomi, to please welcome us. Honorable Commissioner, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, members of the State House of Assembly here present, my colleagues on the State Executive Council, permanent secretaries here present, chief executive of several financial institutions here present, members of the investment community, our advisors and partners, esteemed stakeholders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I proudly welcome us all to this historic event, celebrating many achievements with the conclusion of our 14.185 billion, 16% Series 3 Green Bond, and 230 billion 16.25 Series 4 bond issuances. Today, we mark two or three significant milestones. The first milestone is that the first subnational green bond was issued by Lagos State. The second milestone is that the largest issuance by Lagos State. And lastly, the largest subnational issuance ever in Nigeria. Through the Series 3 green bond, again, the first ever green bond issued by any state government in Nigeria. Today, we will successfully allot 14.815 billion today. This achievement reflects our state's continued commitment to climate-friendly infrastructures, sustainability, and the long-term resilience of our environment. The rigorous project selection process for the green bond underscores our dedication to financing projects that directly support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and deliver measurable environmental benefits. It is also noteworthy to mention that not only did we obtain a second opinion on the green, but our green bond also meets global standards and are certified by the globally recognized Climate Bond Initiative. We also celebrate the Series 4 conventional bond. The state has raised 230 billion compared to the 200 billion we initially set out to raise. We have heard of the size of the book. We are constrained by regulations on the amounts we can take. But I dare say that our benchmark is now 300 billion or even 500 billion going forward. What we are saying is that the next bond, we should be talking about 500 billion. This moment is both significant and truly remarkable. The issuances are a laudable achievement and testament to the sustained willingness of Lagos State to access and responsibly utilize the domestic capital market, as well as the tremendous support and confidence that investors continue to show in our economy. The proceeds of this bond will fund strategic projects, including expansion of the blue and red lines to ease urban mobility, construction of the Lekki-Epe Airport Road to boost connectivity, development of affordable housing schemes for our growing population, upgrading healthcare facilities, including a 280-bed hospital, installation of alternative solar power across schools in Lagos State, establishing agro-produce hubs to strengthen food security. Ladies and gentlemen, these accomplishments were made possible by the indefatigable governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. Can we clap for him, please? Supported by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadiri Obafemi Hamzat. Can we also clap for him, please? Also collaborated and supported by the State House of Assembly and the State Executive Council. At the federal level, I acknowledge the commitment of the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, the Director General of the Debt Management Office, the Director General of Pensions Commission of Nigeria, the Director General of Securities and Exchange Commission. They all supported and collaborated well with this issuance. And of course, on the Lagos State level, we have the Honorable Commissioner for Justice. I recognize you. The Secretary to State Government, I recognize you. The Accountant General of Lagos State. They were all of tremendous help and support for the issuance of these bonds. But most especially, not the least, I commend the great efforts and contributions of the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Debt Management Office, and Amazon. Can we clap for her, please? And her team members. And of course, all the hardworking teams across our ministries, departments, and agencies who labored diligently to actualize the Themes Plus agenda. To our advisors, Chapel Hill Denham, and the other joint issuing houses, the legal advisors, the trustees, the custodians, the rating agencies, the receiving banks, and the stockbrokers, thank you for your dedication, for your doggedness, for your professionalism, and of course, for your expertise. Lastly, but most importantly, to our esteemed investors, locally and globally, your confidence in Lagos State is not taken for granted. Your continued partnership and collaboration enabled us to deliver the infrastructure, social services, and environmental improvements that uplift the lives of millions of Lagosians. We affirm our commitment to transparency, to accountability, and the prudent use of every kobo entrusted to us. These issuances will directly support critical infrastructure across transport, environment, healthcare, education, and sustainable urban development. Thank you all for being part of this historic moment. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Can we please appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for Finance once again? Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, all other courtesies duly extended. Next, with your kind permission, sir, we'll take some good old messages. First on the lineup is the representative of the Deputy High Commissioner in Nigeria, the Finance and Investment Mobilization Lead in the British High Commission, United Kingdom Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. Please, let's welcome Temilola Akinriade. Let's appreciate her, please.
So good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Governor, Mr. Deputy Governor, and Honourable Commissioner for Finance, all protocols observed. The Deputy High Commissioner, Mr. Johnny Baxter, sends his warmest regards and regrets that he can't join us here today. His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh, is currently in Lagos, and Johnny is with him on official engagements. On behalf of the Deputy High Commissioner, I want to congratulate Lagos State and all other partners. Your leadership has resulted in a successful and historic achievement. Lagos State and Nigeria should be incredibly proud. So we're here today because Lagos has now completed book building for its landmark dual issuance, with both bonds substantially oversubscribed. The strong investor response shows a clear confidence in Lagos State's strategy, planning, and financial discipline. It also reflects the strength of Nigeria's recent economic reforms, led by His Excellency President Bola Tinubu, which are now opening up new opportunities for growth and investment. So today's maiden green bond signing is a result of the long-term partnership between Lagos State, the UK government, and the UK-funded Financial Sector Deepening Africa. The partnership has included technical advisory to develop the Green Bonds framework, support on developing a credible project pipeline, and reporting capabilities. The issuance comes at a time when countries throughout the world are shifting towards mobilizing long-term private capital for climate-compatible growth. The federal government of Nigeria and Lagos are leading the shift in green finance. Green bonds matter because they provide affordable long-term finance for projects that help countries become cleaner and more resilient. And green bonds also deepen domestic capital markets. The UK is proud to partner with Lagos and Nigeria, and our partnership is firmly based on driving mutual growth. A year ago this month, our Foreign Secretary signed a new UK-Nigeria strategic partnership, and we continue to deepen our mutual growth ambitions through the UK-Nigeria Enhanced Investment and Trade Partnership. A major part of this partnership is mobilizing finance and investment to support economic opportunities in both of our countries. I want to highlight briefly 3 key ways we're delivering this. So firstly, through our long-standing support to the Nigeria's Green Bond Programme, the UK has supported in delivering 3 successful federal sovereign green bond issuances, with the most recent bond issued earlier this year. Secondly, the UK-backed InfraCredit and Private Infrastructure Development Group has provided a 53 billion naira guarantee, which has helped mobilize institutional investment to develop Lagos Free Zone. Finally, we are really proud to fund the partnership between the City of London and Lagos State to develop the Lagos International Financial Centre. This is a super ambitious initiative that can position Lagos as a leading regional hub for capital flows and strengthen Nigerians' role in global financial systems. We're also really proud of the Nigerian companies that have chosen to raise capital in the London Stock Exchange, most recently Guarantee Trust. We hope many others will follow, and we stand here ready to partner with you all. So in closing, the massive oversubscription to the bonds show a clear direction of travel. Lagos State has shown other subnational governments in Nigeria and throughout the world that they can access capital markets at scale, attract strong demand from the markets, and issue high-quality green instruments. This sets an important precedent for other states, and we hope many others will follow this path because it creates real opportunity to mobilize capital for climate-resilient growth. Congratulations once again to Lagos State, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, let's appreciate that once again. Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, all other courtesies duly extended. Next on the lineup of goodwill messages is that of the CEO, Chapel Hill Denham, the financial advisor and lead issuing house, the man affectionately called BB, Mr. Bolaji Balogun.
Thank you very much. Mr. Governor, Your Excellency, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, the representative of the British Deputy High Commissioner, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, members of the Lagos State House of Assembly here present, body of permanent secretaries, members of the Transaction Party, representatives of regulators present, ladies and gentlemen. Today is not a day for long speeches, but primarily it is a day to extend a few words of congratulations to Lagos State, which continues to set incredible standards under your leadership, Mr. Governor. Many states in Nigeria cannot even issue bonds in public markets because they do not have either the transparency around the way that they do business, or in some instances, the compliance that has ensured that Lagos continues to be the gold standard. I believe very, very much that the world is becoming much more African, and this city-state Lagos is very much at the center of that. And it can only continue to do what it does by using public markets in a very, very substantial way. Many years ago, we set a record being the first state to issue in public markets. And through various administrations and that continuum of government is one of the key reasons why the markets continue to support this state. This 230 billion issuance is not only the largest ever issuance by a state, It is the largest issuance by any issuer in this market other than the sovereign in the sovereign's history. But to become the first subnational in Africa to issue a green bond is also no mean feat. And if I went back to my seat and I didn't start first and foremost by commending you, Mr. Governor and Mr. Deputy Governor, by commending the Honorable Commissioner for Finance, who has pushed us every day, but who has also not just done the talking, but has also done the walking. And Mr. HCF, really, really proud of your leadership on this transaction. If I also did not acknowledge Amazonic Permanent Secretary, Lagos State DMO, Mrs. Alake Sanusi, who has carried this on her head as she invariably does, and has delivered a resounding result once again. Well done, Mrs. Sanusi. I must also congratulate in advance the PS and Accountant General who is going to spend the money. I begged him to just allow us deduct our fees before he starts spending. If I sit down and I don't thank all of the professional parties, I would be completely remiss. This would not have been possible without the cooperation of more than 44 or 45 professional parties on this transaction. I believe this is a record for any issuance ever in this country. And that you all allowed us move at double quick pace. I want to thank you. I want to thank you also for your collaboration. I want to thank you all for your hard work and the selling which delivered a book over 300 billion naira. Never ever happened for any subnational or corporate in the records of this country. I should also acknowledge all of the regulatory agencies, first and foremost the SEC, the National Pension Commission. I'd also like to acknowledge the incredible support we've received from the Federal Ministry of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy and his team, as well as the Department of Home Finance, the Federal DMO, who have also been a critical part of this process, and most importantly, all of the investors. Nigeria's pension funds are extremely important, but without the big support of the banks, it is impossible to do an issuance at this scale. And I want to commend all of the banks who have been particularly supportive of Lagos State, as well as every single pension fund in Nigeria. I also must place on record that there has never been a bond issuance in this country where all but one pension fund, which for tactical reasons does not buy state issuance, have participated in the transaction. And again, I must commend the Lagos State government. Thank you all for what you have done. Mr. Governor, if in this season, as we approach Christmas, we also don't thank you for food, we would be most ungrateful. And I hope that when I come to sit with you to sign off on the party's fees, I will still be smiling as I am this morning. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve Lagos State, and God bless you, sirs.
Thank you very much. Can we please appreciate him once again? Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Lagos State, the state of the gold standard, the state that is setting incredible standards in transparency and compliance. This administration is scoring another first today. Apart from being the first to issue the largest ever by any subnational, it is also the first in Africa to issue green bond as a subnational. One man is the captain of that team. Please join me as I respectfully invite to the podium to address this gathering the Governor of Lagos State, the award-winning captain of the Center of Excellence FC, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. You can play the music for 30 seconds. It's appropriate. Yes. Bizad Awele will lead us on the dance floor this afternoon. Thank you very much. Joy has come, as indeed. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, a very hardworking man, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. The Lagos State Executive Council that are in large number here today, who are going to be the major beneficiary of all of the work we've done, from the very hardworking Honorable Commissioner for Finance, to the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, to the Head of Service. Thank you all very much for supporting your government and for leading the park. The body of Permanent Secretary, here to acknowledge the Accountant General, who will spend all the money, but the Amazones, who had made all the money available. Thank you very much. Thank you. The Chairman and Chief Executive of Chapel Hill Denham, Financial Advisor, and the lead issuing house, Mr. Bolaji Balogun, through you to acknowledge very, very warmly all of the chief executives of various houses that are here this morning, the representative of the Deputy British High Commissioner that led the British High Commission, United Kingdom Foreign Commonwealth, Ms. Temilola Akinrin-Ade. Thank you very much. Other heads of government agencies and parastatals that are here, our distinguished partners that include stockbrokers, custodians, trustees, issuing houses, solicitors, rating agencies, receiving banks, and all other financial professional bodies that are here, all represented, captains of industry that are here, other top government functionaries that are here, gentlemen of the press, to our teeming crowd that are also watching us live on this very important event, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that indeed Africa is rising. And the song that we're singing this morning, you might say that it's not a professional setting, but it reflects indeed what we're doing here this morning into afternoon. Joy is really rising, is rising in our country, is rising in Lagos State, is rising in the financial markets. I stand here this afternoon with great pride and with profound appreciation to welcome all of you into this historic signing ceremony. Today, Lagos State once again demonstrates the power of possibilities when there's a push to do more for the people of Lagos. This is not just a financial transaction. It is a global statement of confidence in Lagos, the future, and the testament to our shared commitment to a sustainable development. As we gather here to execute the transaction documentation for the issuance of green and conventional bonds, we also want to celebrate two major achievements: the successful issuance of Series 3 Green Bond and Series 4 Conventional Bond under our 1 trillion debt and hybrid instrument issuance program. Let me say this. When we came into government over 6 years ago, the first bond that we issued in 2020 was the first and was the highest at that time, and it was just about 100 billion, 110 billion. And every successive bid, every successive bond that we have issued, we had to break our previous records. And I think the credit goes to all of you. And today, another record is being broken. Having issued the first Sukuk, our Series 2 issuance under this program, we've recorded another feat. Lagos State now issued the first ever green bond by any subnational in the country. We're set to raise a total of 14.815 billion, and at the conclusion of the book build, we received a bid totaling 29.29 billion, of which 27.79 billion fell within our price guidance. And so the green bond highlights our vision on environmental responsibility, which is part of the second pillar under our Teams Plus agenda. And so the allotment of 14.815 billion green bond, we believe, is a clear testament of our commitment to a sustainable development, environmental protection and preservation, and climate resilience. We are aligning with our long-term strategy to build a Lagos that is not only prosperous, but also environmentally secure for future generations. Equally momentous is our Series 4 Conventional Bond. The initial target was for us to raise 200 billion. But at the conclusion of the book build, total bids of 310.06 billion were received, of which 304 billion was within the range of our advised coupon. Given this extraordinary support and confidence of the investors, we have exercised what we call the green shoe option, and we have successfully raised 230 billion naira. I think we all deserve a big round of applause for this. This transaction is now the largest bond issuance ever undertaken by Lagos State, by any subnational, by any in the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. And it continues to demonstrate your trust and belief in Lagos. This trust, we must not take it for granted. Lagos State government will continue to pursue solid economic fundamentals, transparent fiscal practice, infrastructural development, and environmental protection and preservation. Lagos State received a total of 339 billion in bids for Series 3 green bonds and Series 4 bond issuance. Let me therefore, on your behalf and on behalf of the good people of Lagos, acknowledge the support we received from the federal government, with Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, leading the pack under his watch and his encouragement, but through the Federal Minister of Finance and the Minister and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, our thanks to him. To the Debt Management Office, under the very able leadership of Mrs. Pat Unia, to the Securities and Exchange Commission, under the very capable, able leadership of Dr. Emi Agama, and of course, the Nigerian Pension Commission, under the leadership of Ms. Omolola Olowolaran. We're indeed excited and will extend our appreciation to all of these federal agencies and commissions. In addition, we'd like to thank the leadership of the Lagos State House of Assembly, with the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa, members of this great house. Our thanks to the entire Lagos State Executive Council, starting with Mr. Deputy Governor. And I must, on your behalf, also specifically mention our Honorable Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Abayomi Oluyomi. I think he deserves a round of applause too. He's big-headed, but he deserves a round of applause. The Accountant General, Dr. Abiodun Muritala. And of course, they say she's the Amazores herself, Mrs. Alake Sanusi. Of course, not forgetting the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, who ensures that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, Mr. Lawal Pedro, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. And the younger ones that were coming behind, Mr. Kintayo Sanwo-Olu and Mr. Ogumbo, all of them have worked tirelessly to realize this feat. Our very special thanks are reserved for our investors. Thank you for believing in Lagos. Your investment, not merely financial, but an investment into the livelihood, the aspiration, and the future of almost 25 million people who call Lagos their home state. I cannot end this address without giving gratitude and appreciation to our cohort of advisors, ably led by Chapel Hill Denham, Mr. Bolaji Balogun, who leads as joint issuing houses. I want to personally thank you very much. Mr. Wooden, thank you very, very, very much to all of our joint issuing houses, to all of our legal advisors, to our trustees, to all of our custodians, to our receiving banks, to our stockbrokers, to all of our rating agencies, and all of you professionals who have done this job at the highest level of professionalism. You have demonstrated your technical competence and excellence on this assignment. We say that today, you all receive your flowers. Thank you very, very, very much. And to say that the proceeds of this issuance will be channeled into critical infrastructure in the areas of transportation, housing, environmental challenges, in healthcare, in education, and in urban renewal. We will be believing that we were building a sustainable infrastructural masterpiece for today's Lagos and the generations coming behind us. As always, we remain committed to accountability, to efficiency, to probity, and ensuring that every resource that has been entrusted to us will translate into tangible and meaningful improvement into the lives of our citizens. This is a solemn pledge as your governor that we're also making publicly here and today to all of our citizens again. Together, we believe we're building a greater Lagos, a Lagos of our dream, a Lagos that is resilient, a Lagos that will be sustainable, a Lagos that will be of inclusiveness, that will have shared prosperity, and a Lagos that will be globally competitive. Just a moment ago, I stand here with every sense of joy to also say that as we're conducting these events, a few minutes ago in the city of Johannesburg, my humble self, your governor, has just been given an award within the side meeting of the G20 in the Time African Impact Summit as the Time Africa Impact Personality for the year. It was an award that was given to my humble self just a couple of minutes ago, and that was what I was checking on my phone to be sure that they've given the award before I announce it here, so that they don't change their mind because I couldn't attend in person. And so on your behalf, I'd send my message that we're receiving the award to further strengthen our commitment and to further show our level of appreciation to the people of Africa and to the general world who are watching us. I want to thank all of you for this partnership. I want to thank you for the trust. I want to thank you for believing in the vision of Lagos. Thank you very much, and it's been an honor to be leading this state at this time. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's once again appreciate the award-winning governor for another feather to his cap. A round of applause for Mr. Governor. Congratulations, sir. Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, all other courtesies duly extended. Let me, with your kind permission, welcome the Chairman of the Lagos State House of Assembly Committee on Finance, Honorable Femi Said. You are very much welcome, sir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let us also welcome the Managing Director, Sterling Bank, Mr. Abubakar Sulaiman, for joining us. At this stage, let me now yield the microphone to the Managing Director, Chapel Hill Denham, Mrs. Kemi Awudein, as she conducts proceedings for the execution of the Green Bond transaction documents. Madam.
Your Excellency, Mr. Governor, with your kind permission, we will start the transaction signing ceremony with passing the resolutions in respect of the allotment of the bonds. Honorable Attorney General, I humbly ask that you listen and propose the following resolution: that the Lagos State Executive Council has resolved and agreed to the following at the meeting today: the allotment schedule dated November the 20th, 2025, as prepared by the issuing houses in respect of the offer for subscription by way of a book build of the Lagos State Series 3 5-year 14,815,000,000 16% 2030 fixed rate green bond be and is hereby approved, and that the lead issuing house be and is hereby directed to submit the approved allotment schedule to the Securities and Exchange Commission. HAG, sir. Thank you, sir. The second resolution in respect of the conventional bond, that the Lagos State Executive Council has resolved and agreed that the allotment schedule dated November the 20th, 2025, prepared by the issuing house in respect of the offer for subscription by way of a book build of the Lagos State Series 4 10-year 230 billion 16.25% 2035 fixed rate bond be and is hereby approved, and that the lead issuing house be and is hereby directed to submit the approved allotment schedule to the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Agreed as approved.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Governor, I will ask my colleagues to please approach the table to sign the documents. Thank you, sir. Guys.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what you have just witnessed is the signing ceremony of the 14.815 billion naira 5-year 16% fixed rate Series 2 green bond that is due in 2030, and the 230 billion naira 10-year 16.25 fixed rate Series 4 bond due in 2025 under the 1 trillion naira debt and hybrid instrument issuance program of Lagos. Please, let's appreciate the administration of Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. The photographs, are we okay? Let me, with your kind permission, now invite for the vote of thanks the Permanent Secretary, Debt Management Office, Mrs. Alake Sanusi.
Mr. Governor, sir, Mr. Deputy Governor, sir, members of the Executive Council here present, especially my dear HOS, sir, my dear Egbon, Chairman, House Committee on Finance, please let me adopt the earlier established protocol for want of time. So, dear distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in profound appreciation, allow me to express our deepest gratitude to Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, and Mr. Deputy Governor, whose visionary leadership continues to guide and inspire the work we do. Sir, today's success is a testament to your unwavering commitment to sustainable financing, responsible governance, and the long-term prosperity of our dear states. In the same vein, technology.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.